Hello and welcome to the 6th grade math curriculum information for 6th grade honors math. On this slide, you'll see the 6th grade math teachers. So you have Miss Calm, who is on the Sea Turtle team, Miss Singletary on the Owl team, Miss Paul on the Owl and Cheetah team, Mr. Harbin on the Cheetah team, and lastly, Miss Sterling and Mr. Loudon, who are on the Panda team. Speaking with you today is Mr. Loudon, and I'll be going through the slides with you and what to expect in 6th grade honors math. So first off, communication. So the best way to communicate with your student's teacher is by email, and that's probably your best option. Besides email, you got the teacher websites, which are located on the Bailey homepage under faculty and staff. We communicate via email through quarterly newsletters, daily through your students' agendas, and through progress reports halfway through the quarter and report cards at the end of the quarter. Organization. So each student is required to have a math notebook, and they are responsible for maintaining their math notebook, keeping it clean, keeping it neat, keeping it organized. This should be a notebook / binder used solely for math class. So if you have a notebook, please do not combine your notebook with math and ELA or math with science. Your notebook has to be solely math. So IXL, students will use IXL to practice their math skills. IXL contracts will be required quarterly to review skills. Each student has their own IXL account. I know some students have had an IXL account in the past, but this year they need a Bailey account, and they all have a Bailey account. Their username and password should be written in their agenda as they received it about a week ago. So please make sure your student has that information in their agenda. CASA Learning. To access CASA Learning, you're going to go through your student's NC Cloud account and click the Clever application. That'll bring you to a screen where you see a CASA Learning application. You just click on that to begin. Students may have weekly homework assignments on CASA Learning pertaining to the topics covered during the week. Mr. Harbin and Mr. Loudon, we like to do CASA Learning weekly. Miss Singletary, Miss Calm, Miss Paul, Miss Sterling have a different approach to that. So Honors Math 6, so what we're going to be learning about this year, right now we're focusing on multiplication and division using the standard algorithm, exponents, order of operations, factors, prime factorization. Next week, we'll start learning about GCF and least common multiple. Then we'll talk about integers and adding and subtracting them, and also multiplying and dividing them, going the numbers pertaining from -20 to 20 for the integers. Translating algebraic expressions, solving 1- and 2-step algebraic equations, and multi-step equations with integers and rational numbers will wrap up the first quarter. Moving on to quarter 2, we got translating phrases into inequalities, graphing all solutions to inequalities on a number line, solving algebraic equations through multiplication and division, adding and subtracting decimals, multiplying decimals, dividing decimals, converting between fractions, decimals, and percents, focusing on writing and solving proportions along with scale factors, and real-world context of percents, including tips, taxes, and discounts. Quarter 3, we find the percent of a number, and we solve other percent problems with missing parts and wholes. We add and subtract fractions with unlike denominators. We plot points on a coordinate grid, and after we plot those points on a coordinate grid, we find the perimeter of 2D shapes, as well as the area of rectangles, squares, triangles, trapezoids, finding the area of shapes on the coordinate plane. We then find the surface area of 3D shapes like rectangular prisms, triangular prisms, pyramids. We find the volume of rectangular prisms and cubes, and then we end with circles, finding the radius, diameter, area, and circumference of those circles. And then we get to quarter 4, where it's focused on statistics. We find the mean, median, mode, and range of a set of data. We create box and whisker plots, and we create and analyze histograms and line plots. Lastly, for our last unit, we review for the EOG, just reviewing everything we learned throughout the year. And that's it. If you have any information, please feel free to contact the teachers via their email or go to the teacher's site, again, located on the Bailey homepage under faculty and staff. Thank you.